What is good, everybody? Welcome back. As you can see, Warriors got that W. Championship match. As a Warriors fan, super excited. As an NBA fan, you love to see it. A superstar who has been criticized for the majority of his career. Steph Curry has a lot of love, but on the other end of love, you get hate. And that's what I've seen Steph Curry get a lot of, for lack thereof, or anything. Mostly a finals MVP. But guess what? My boy got it done. My boy got it done. And quite the performance, right? Game 6, sealing game. 34 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. I mean, what more can you ask for? What more can you ask for? It gets no better than this. It gets no better than this. It really doesn't. Steph Curry is that man, and he showed why y'all need to learn how to put some respect on his name. His supporting cast did what they had to do, but in the end, Steph Curry was the finals MVP. He led them guys. The Warriors have a nice core. Excuse me. The Warriors have a very nice core. I feel like every year they just interchange just a few pieces just to tune it right. The past couple years, Clay out, Curry missed the season. People counted the Warriors out. Bad mistake. Bad, really, really bad mistake. Don't count them boys out. Just like you can't bet against Bron when it come down to winning stuff. You can't bet against Steph Curry, and you cannot doubt this man. You can't. Klay Thompson had it rough, but you love to see Klay Thompson battle back. He'll be better. He'll be better if the Warriors are able to get back to the finals next year. I do feel like he'll do better. He had a really rough series. 5 for 20 in this closing game. Hey, the way the Celtics started off, honestly, I'm like, wow, we might really be seeing a game 7. And I got a little worried. I got a little worried. But the Warriors were able to handle business. It's 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 nothing but it's nothing but congratulations you can really give. Like you gotta give the respect. You gotta give the respect. The Celtics, I want to talk a little bit about them because I believe that they are gonna continue to grow on this, and it's only gonna build even more fire that they have. But they got problems to address, and turnovers just seem to be their biggest one. I really credit it to them not having a real true point guard. No disrespect to Marcus Smart, and he was able to put up 9 assists in this one. But I feel like they need a floor general who can like really distribute the ball and who's smart. Somebody cerebral that's looking to pass first. Marcus Smart is mainly a defender and offense. He plays his role. He sets a lot of screens, but he's not really that. He's able to put up big numbers, but that's not really his role. I feel like he does best like as an off guard. That's just my opinion. Derek White might be able to step into that role for them next year, but he's still young. He has some growing to do. Other than game 1, he really didn't show up too much. 1 for 6, 2 points in this one. Just not gonna cut it. It's just not gonna cut it. So Boston has something to build on, but honestly, this this wasn't a good showing for them in this finals. They started off hot, but once Steph Curry gave them that 43 performance, it's like Boston momentum was just like just down. Like it seemed like it never really got back to like, oh, okay, Boston is giving a punch. Like wasn't too many blowouts, but you could see that the momentum was highly in Golden State's favor. Not gonna talk too much about Tatum's bad performance in this closeout game that they really needed 6 for 18 because Tatum really he did his thing this series. He didn't have an amazing series by his standards, but he was still able to hit clutch shots and put up pretty good numbers. Pretty good numbers, but as we could say, the Celtics are for the majority still a young team, still a pretty young team. So they have stuff to build on. They have finals deep playoff experience now, so they can take that with them. But in the end, Golden State was able to pull it out. Shout out to my Warriors, Splash Brothers, and honestly, I think they could repeat. Nothing's guaranteed, but if they're able to keep these guys together, which they more than likely can, feel me? Maybe Otto Porter, Andre Iguodala might not be back, but why not sign a veteran minimum? They can pretty much keep this whole team together and go for another one. Nothing's impossible, and as long as these boys, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, keep shooting, and Draymond keep playing this role, 12 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists, he keep playing that role. Jordan Poole elevate to an All Star next year. Hey, them boys dangerous, but that transitions me into the next thing that I want to get into. This is a article from Bleacher Report. Andy Bailey wrote this. What we say? Way too soon. 2022 to 2023 NBA power rankings. Who's the favorite to dethrone the Warriors? Got them talking already. This is gonna be a little bit of a longer video, so go get you a snack, go get you something to drink if you want to, cause I'm gonna break this. I'm gonna break this article down. The Warriors just were able to win. Now they already talking about next season, cause as you can see, the NBA season does not stop. I'll be here talking about the NBA every day, so let's go. Of course, the Thunder. Yeah, you can expect this. SGA is just not enough. That's pretty much all they got over there. Yep, they got the second pick. They're gonna bring in a rookie. It's not like he's gonna put them into the playoffs. Possibly, no. They got Josh Giddey, Pokashevsky. They're saying are pretty much their core, but the Thunder not really a threat next year. Same goes for the Rockets. They got young guys they still trying to develop. Yeah. The Rockets, I like Jalen Green. He's one of my favorite young guys. I think he's explosive. I think that he has a chance to be a star in this league. Yeah, especially towards the end of the season, he really started to ball. So that got me excited for what he's going to do next year. Very excited. Very excited. The Pistons in the Bulls division, I don't wish they get better at all, but Cade Cunningham is coming for sure. He's gonna be nice right up there with Jalen Green. Yeah. And people are saying that Pistons might get Aiton. That'd be a nice pickup for them. That'd be a nice pickup for them. How did they get it? How did they pull it off? I mean, hey, they got to convince DeAndre Ayton to buy into a rebuild. I mean, playing for the Suns, you're more than likely gonna make the playoffs every year. And then with the Pistons, don't be surprised if y'all don't make the playoffs this year. You gotta commit to that. And I don't know if that's something that DeAndre Ayton really wants to commit to. The Magic, the state leader, Wendell Carter Jr. We let him go, but he has upside. He has real upside. He's still a big body, athletic. He can extend, shoot the three ball a little bit. I like that. And then they got really young pieces. Franz Wagner, Wendell Carter Jr., yep. Jalen Suggs, Markel Fultz. I mean, they got Cole Anthony over there, UNC product. UNC, that is my favorite college basketball team. Yeah. We'll do better next year. We almost did it. Those who know. The Pacers at 26, Tyrese Halliburton, definitely a nice young guy. Surprised the Kings gave up on him so early. But, in the NBA, you got to make risky moves. I don't know how well that's doing for the Kings. More than likely, they're next. They are next. The Kings, they're going in a direction that who knows where they're going. They have Sabonis over there now. I like Sabonis for them. Devion. Devion Mitchell is nice. Small guy, but he's defensive first. I like players that come in the league and they are defensive minded first. I feel like that takes them a long way. Players like Jimmy Butler, who came in on the Chicago Bulls just hungry. He was a defender and he was able to elevate himself until what he is now, and that's pretty much a bona fide superstar who's able to show up in the playoffs. That's what separates the greats. So defense will take you a long way. We got Portland. Dame, get out. Get out, Dame. Get out. Yeah. Dame needs to get out of Portland. I don't know what them boys doing over there. Hopefully the Levine rumors are true and he will stay in Chicago. But if he does go to somewhere, I would like him to go play with Dame. Not saying that that'll really do much for Portland, but it'll be exciting to watch Dame and Levine. Levine pretty much going home, being able to put on for his city, a city that Dame is trying to keep alive because he's showing supreme loyalty, but it might backfire in the end. We got the Knicks, young team, very young team. I mean, they they have potential to do something, but it's not really a solid team. Tom Thibodeau is an all right coach in my opinion. I feel like he is very questionable when it comes to like how he how he keeps his rotation and overplaying players. Spurs, with Dejounte Murray. Yeah, Dejounte Murray is a dog. Dejounte Murray is a dog, but as always, most of these teams are young teams that really don't have too much chemistry. It takes more than a season in the NBA, 1 to 2 seasons in the NBA to really gain chemistry. And Spurs just don't have it. They haven't really been too much of a threat. Mm, yeah, since the Tim Duncan, Ginobili, those days, TP, Tony Parker, they still yeah. I feel for you too, Bradley. You look so sad, man. Bradley Bill be in his bag. Bradley Bill be in his bag, but I mean, his team just never there for him. I mean, yeah, Russ that 1 year they was hooping, but yeah, another case of loyalty. That's just, I mean, I think loyal to a city. I mean, loyal to a team is overrated because if it came down to it, most teams would trade you if they get that right package. And as you can see, it's plenty of trade rumors around Bradley Beal. So I feel like he should just get out while he can. I like the Hornets, man. They one of my favorite teams now. LaMelo Ball, he's an exciting player to watch. If they able to keep Bridges around, I feel like I feel like that would be good for them because they're exciting. and they gaining that chemistry. They've been a playing team for the last couple of years, and I feel like if they just keep the players together, maybe get a center, get some more shooting, feel me? Probably get another backup point guard to get the ball out of LaMelo hands a little bit, get him some relief. I feel like every team could use a solid backup. They are really key because when it come down to not turning the ball over, it's only so much that the starter can do before they get tired, and then once they get tired, you start seeing a lot of turnovers. That's where turnovers come from. I feel like when you don't got the energy to put that crisp zip on your passes, start getting lazy because you're tired. But the Hornets are a good team. Feel me? Yeah. They said Gordon Hayward and Terry Rozier aren't long term answers. Rudy Gobert, that's that center for them. Got the Hawks. Trey say, I don't know what's going on. I don't either. The Hawks, they did really good that one year, a couple years ago, where they made the Eastern Conference Finals, I believe. But they just weren't weren't a strong enough team, and it showed this past year as they really didn't make too much noise. I feel like they had a very underwhelming year based on how well they did in the playoffs. I thought a little bit that they were come out of strong, but injuries, they made some trades. Feel me? But it's hard to overcome injuries when when you're trying to go into the playoffs and where you need chemistry. You need chemistry in the playoffs. And John Collins was injured for the majority of the season. DeAndre Hunter was injured here and there. Never really got his footing. And he's young. He's had 2 seasons where he struggled with energy. And Kevin Herter is nice, but very much a liability on defense. A lot of these teams are saying get Rudy Gobert. He's clearly not staying in Utah. Utah lost Quinn Snyder. Quinn Snyder stepped down. Who knows who's gonna pick up the slack over there on the head coaching tip? But we'll see. Scotty Barnes, rookie of the year. We at 18 now. Yeah, Scotty Barnes is really good. They got Siakam. They got Van Fleet. Okay. Chris Boucher is a free agent. They might be able to. They might be able to keep him. He's nice. He's a nice player. Once again, Rudy Gobert. It seems like a lot of teams in the NBA definitely could use a defensive minded center. Yes, and Rudy Gobert is one of the top centers in the league, defensive wise, offensive wise. Good luck. Don't ask him for too much. A dunk, a layup. But Rudy Gobert is nice. Yeah, yeah. The Toronto Raptors definitely have potential with OG Ananobi, Gary Trent. Yeah, I see them making the playoffs. Yeah, Cleveland Cavaliers, they came up this short to making the playoffs this year. They really had a um more than what was expected from the Cavs is what they gave us. They really wasn't, in my opinion, wasn't expected to do much, but Darius Garland was able to step up for Colin Colin Sexton being injured. He stepped up to an all-star level, and you love to see that. You love to see that. You just love to see it when you're given that opportunity and you're able to show them why they picked you. I think he was a top 10 pick for sure, and he showed them exactly why they drafted him. Because even the year before, when he was hooping with Colin Sexton, he was on my fantasy team and he was balling. He was balling out. So you see it in Darius Garland. They got Evan Mobley now, Jared Allen. Those are 2 good big men in this league. Young. So they also have Karis LeVert, Lloyd Markkinen. Yeah, I see them making noise. I see them keeping that core together. Probably add another point guard shooter. Isaac Okoro is a nice defender. They can get some more defense. I see the Cavs making some noise this year. Don't sleep. I don't like the Cavs, but don't sleep. They are really good. They are really a good team. The Lakers, I think they hear off name. They got LeBron, AD, Russ. Yet to see all three of them really get some real time together. I want to see that. I'm excited for that. I feel like if they can get those three guys healthy and on the floor, surround them with anybody, them boys gonna hoop. The two of the smartest people right here in the game that we've ever seen. We gonna have to get them their flowers. They're gonna talk about Russ until he's retired, but when he's retired, that's when he'll truly get his respect. But hey, he's still searching for that ring. He's still searching for that ring. Brian might have to get up out of there if they don't do nothing this year. That's all I'm gonna say. They might have to get up out of there. Yep, the Utah Jazz. I see them blowing it up. They're not really gonna stay together. I think they're ranked too high. I feel like they're gonna be a lottery team next year. Honestly, my opinion. Unless they make some splashes in free agency, I just feel like they're not gonna be a good team. They've been consistently a middle of the road team. They didn't even make the playoffs this year, so yeah, I don't see them really making too much noise. This is saying keep Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell, trade Gobert and keep Mitchell, keep Gobert and trade Mitchell, start over entirely and trade both. Uh, I personally, I would keep Mitchell. I would try to maximize his potential as much as I can. Try to convince him that this is where he want to stay. So hopefully, Dwayne Wade is able to get into his ear because they have similar play styles. Maybe he needs to go ahead and work out with Wade if he's having some training sessions. But Utah is just a mess. They're a mess. They're a mess. Zion and the Pelicans. If Zion is healthy, Pelicans are making noise. They got Brandon Ingram who just had surgery on his finger, I believe. Brandon Ingram is top 20 on a good day. He's able to give you points, playmaking ability. Yeah, I mean they don't have too much. They got Herb Jones. Um, who else they got? Jackson Hayes might possibly get traded. I've heard about that. They have a young core, but Zion is a superstar. I feel like. I feel like once he get healthy, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see the return of Zion. He's a superstar. That's my bold prediction. Before he even gets to that level, I'm gonna say he's a superstar. He's a superstar for sure. Zion is a movable force. He's gonna be dangerous. Timberwolves 13. They have a good team. They have a good team. Jaden McDaniels is young. Jared Vanderbilt is young. They been talking about getting rid of D'Angelo Russell. Yeah, they have a good team. If they keep Patrick Beverly, which I believe they will, um, he gives them a lot of confidence, heart that they've needed. They haven't really had that dog since Jimmy Butler. They didn't respond well to Jimmy Butler being that dog for them, but he's that dog that's not gonna back down. He's not gonna back down. Shot Town's own Pat Bev, he got him a team. I will give him that. I will give him that. He got him a team finally. Clippers, he was good on the Clippers. I feel like with Anthony Edwards, those two like are the dogs that the Timberwolves need to give that image. They haven't had a dog like that since KG. Yeah, so we'll see about them guys. They nice. Carl Anthony Towns, my Bulls. Try not to be too biased, but they should be higher. No, I'm playing. This is about right for them. This is about right. This is about right. The Bulls are definitely top heavy, but slim down low. They've been talking about trading Kobe White. They say that Patrick Williams is off the table. We got solid. We got a solid team. We can use a center, maybe some more wings. Definitely a another. Another person who can go get buckets. Because if we trade Kobe White, hopefully we're getting into the top 10 if we trade Kobe White. I would say go get, not too versed on this NBA draft, but I would say go get a shooter, a lights out shooter, or go get another defender. Big man, possibly, if there's any. I'm gonna do some more research on the draft and the new people that's coming in. I'm gonna make sure that I'm well versed when it comes to the new guys. Because that's the future of the NBA. As you can see, the NBA is being shifted and the young guys are starting to take the reins. The Miami Heat, my boy JB, I think they're going to compete every year. Bam Adebayo, Kyle Lowry, probably give them another year. But as long as they got Jimmy Butler and Eric Spoelstra, who's an amazing coach, they'll be fine. If they get Donovan Mitchell, watch out. But I see them having to probably give up Tyler Hero, maybe Duncan Robinson, give up some depth. Because if Donovan Mitchell wants to go, he's gone. So it's not like it would be hard for the Heat to get him, but they would have to give up their depth for sure. But the Heat they always do a good job of getting players and making sure that they have the right players that they want for their system. They don't really have to have big names to be successful, which I like about the Heat. I really like that about the Heat. My boys, I'm also a Philly fan. I love the 76ers, the process. I trust the process. Joel Embiid, he should have won MVP. He should have won MVP, but it's not about that. It's about rings. And Philly, they get close every year, but just seem to fall short. James Harden is washed. If he's washed, I mean, then they're in trouble. But if James Harden is able to get back to somewhat of his old form, he'll probably never get back to what he was in Houston. Who knows? Where he was dunking on people driving a lane. Who knows? But James Harden can still be a very, very, very good player in this league. They're more than likely trade Tobias Harris, Danny Green, oh, Seth Curry. I don't see the current team being the team that they'll have going into the next year for sure. For sure. Tyrese Maxey, yeah. I love Tyrese Maxey. He is just his personality is definitely attractive, you know? You definitely are like drawn to him. And as a young player in this league, that's what you need. And most players that are likable have that trait. Steph Curry, Giannis Antetokounmpo, even LeBron James. Feel me? They got attractive personalities, people that you want to be around, you want to play for, and I feel like every team needs that kind of player. The Phoenix Suns are in a rough spot right now. CP3 is getting old. Devin Booker still hooping at a pretty good level, but he's not been able to take that leap. If you know what I mean? He's not been able to take that superstar leap. He's still a star. He's still a star in this league, but they are definitely in a tough spot, especially if they lose DeAndre Ayton and are not able to compensate for that. I mean, they have Jalen Smith, who is he's okay. I mean, he hasn't really been able to show too much. I've seen a few highlights where he's looked nice. He's had some games where he was able to take take in for Aiden when he was injured in the regular season. He had a few good games, but still not proven. You need a center in this league. You, you need a center. The center might be dying out if they say, but you still need a center in this league. Somebody who's gonna protect that paint, somebody who's gonna give you some length, and DeAndre Ayton will be a big loss. So honestly, they shouldn't let him go. They should try to keep him. He's young, but we'll see. I feel like they'll probably be dumb and trade him. Just hopefully they get something good back. The Brooklyn Nets, they are right here. They are right there. Because if they got Ben Simmons and he plays next year, which he should, if he misses next season, I'm not gonna watch the NBA because that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I'm still a Ben Simmons fan. He's not on the 76ers anymore, but I still rock with Ben Simmons. He's still one of my guys. I still believe in him. He may not be able to shoot, but that's okay. He still brings other elements to the game. Defense. It's not like it's not like they don't still have Kyrie Irving, right? They just need a supporting cast. And the supporting cast was just not strong enough. Say what you want about the Nets and how KD wasn't able to beat the Celtics. They got swept. Who was he out there playing with? Patty Mills, Bruce Brown. Come on now. James Johnson, Blake Griffin. This not 2010. Those they come on now. This no, them guys is not gonna get it done. Not gonna get it done. KD did the best he could. Long as he got KD, Kyrie, and Ben Simmons show you who he really is, them Nets are gonna be dangerous. The Mavs, long as they got Luca, they're gonna be in contention. They just made a trade for Christian Wood. I don't know how to feel about it. I feel like Christian Wood is a really good player, but does he put the Mavs over the hump? We'll see. We'll see. Will they be able to keep Jalen Brunson? He's a piece. He's a piece to their future for sure. For sure. For sure. Only if they're able to keep him, because he's about 25, 26. He's showing you he can come up in the playoffs. They got Spencer Dinwiddie. They got a lot of guards. You know, I would like to see them get some more wings. They got Dorian Finney-Smith, but other than that, who they really have for length when it comes down to defense? Because really, it only matters about the playoffs. All the teams that are in the top five, top six in the NBA, they're built for the playoffs. They're built for the playoffs. We're not talking about how well can you do in the regular season. It's about the playoffs. Clippers. If that man come back healthy, which he should, and we got PG, the Clippers are a dangerous team. That's defense. That's defense. They got Reggie Jackson, PG, Zubac. They can possibly get Nicholas Batum back. Marcus Moore. Yeah. Yeah, this is a dangerous team. Deep, deep team. They missing oh no, they said it. Reggie Jackson had a really good season. I don't think a lot of people were expecting him to have as good a season as he did, but he did. He showed that he can start or be a backup. He can be a key piece to a team. I mean, the Clippers are gonna make some noise. They can probably finish like top three, top four in the West. Okay. Nuggets. Once again, we get these guys back and healthy. They gonna get the Warriors a run for their money, because one thing we saw in that Warriors versus Nuggets series was that Nikola Jokic could not get it done by himself, and the Warriors were just too dominant. But they had these guys who are really good at scoring. I mean, really good at scoring. That's all you need, because the Nuggets are they're a solid defensive team. They play really good team defense. They're just an exciting team. But Jamal Murray can come back. Michael Porter Jr. come back healthy. Dangerous. I'm liking this. I'm liking this. I'm liking this list. Really good rankings. Of course, we got the Grizzlies with my boy Ja, one of the coolest, one of the coolest people in the NBA right now. I'm not gonna lie, Ja Morant. He's definitely a face of the league kind of guy. I'm thinking he's like the modern day AI. Feel me? He just got that swag that Allen Iverson got in that grit in that mud that I'm finna go out there and hoop, and I'm finna be a dog no matter who out there. And he got dogs with him. He got dogs with him. DeAnthony Melton, Dylan Brooks, yep, Desmond Bain. This team is full of dogs, and I love the Grizzlies. The Memphis Grizzlies. It's Memphis. Come on now. They got dogs. They got young dogs, bro. They hungry. They hungry. That's all I'm gonna say about the Grizzlies. They hungry. Will they make some noise next year? We'll see. Will they grow? Absolutely. Celtics back. Top three. Okay. Okay. Yeah. We'll see. Jason Tatum will definitely come back hungry. He knows what pain is. That's for sure. He knows what pain is. Yeah. Pain can get you through a lot of things. For sure. I'm gonna guess they got the Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He'll have his boy Middleton back. So the boys are dangerous. If they got these guys, and then they got Drew, they able to keep PJ. Bobby Portis is great for them. Connaughton, really good shooter. They'll make some noise for sure. They'll make some noise for sure. Probably about top three in the East. Top three in the East. They might win the East again, honestly. If the Nets don't win it, I see the Nets probably being one, two, or three. And the Golden State Warriors, of course, the champions. They should be the heavy favorites, and for obvious reasons, they have vets. They got, you feel me, the experienced guys about 26, 27, 28, and they got young guys who are hungry. Kaminga, James Wiseman, Moses Moody. Yeah, feel me? Andrew Wiggins is 27. Jordan Poole's still only 22. The Warriors have a lot going in their favor. Steph Curry, Dre, and Clay. Those three guys, I'm going to go ahead and say it, are the greatest trio in NBA history. That's a fact. That's a fact. And they also a four-time champion. That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. We're gonna be breaking down the off season. I'm gonna start my series really soon, where I'm gonna be breaking down all 30 NBA teams. It's gonna be a daily thing, so tune in. I'll be talking about your favorite team, whether it be the Kings, the Warriors, the Knicks. I'll talk about them all. So let's see. This is gonna be exciting. The Warriors won. This was a great season, but let's get into the off season. No breaks. All gas, no breaks. I love y'all, and peace out.